projects that speak to us. And I came home pretty innocently to Columbus, Ohio to see the family and hung out with my friends. One of them, Sheila, our producer, and she introduced me to this remarkable man over lunch. And it's MarShawn. And as we spoke, I saw the depth and passion to him. And we talked about what his work, what he was doing, and what he was trying to accomplish. And I was so impressed, I said, do you have any of your poetry you'd like to see made into a movie? He says, yeah, I got something. And a couple hours later, in my email box arrives Down South. And for those of you who have already seen it, it's a remarkable piece. So I jumped at the chance. The words are really provocative. They're really moving. They're really sincere and powerful. And the images just started popping in my mind. So we got together shortly after I read it. I had written down a bunch of images, a bunch of ideas I had, and went over them with him. I want to make sure I was clear to the intent and the content of the poem. He gave me his thumbs up, and Sheila and I started to plan production. And for those of you who haven't done film or been involved in film, there's so many things that can go wrong. You can't get a location, you can't find the right actors or the right props. Well, in our case, everything fell into place. Everything that we needed, it was just destiny that this film was going to get made. We went through production, everything went fine. I went back to Europe, started the editing process. MarShawn went back to his life, and we communicated over the next few months. I would send him an idea or a rough edit, and he would give me his ideas and thoughts. And the first cut of the film went by really fast. And I felt like, wow, the words are so powerful, and the images that support those words I felt were really strong. So how can we slow it down a little bit? So a friend had told me about a technique in poetry called echoing. So you take key phrases and you repeat them. And I thought, wow, that's a really great idea. So I went through MarShawn's poem, and I picked out some phrases, and I said, how about these? What do you think about us repeating these? He said, yeah, let's do it. So I cut it in, recut the images, sent it to him, he loved it. So I continued on the post-production end of it, and eventually finished the film. MarShawn unfortunately never got to see the final, which you're going to see tonight, but there was a whole bunch of post-production sound design to do, audio tweaking, special effects and things, which just enhanced the film. For those of you who don't know, we've had a lot of great success with the film. It's been in 2 prestigious film festivals so far. One in London with Raindance, that was our premiere, and then another one in Mill Valley Film Festival in Northern California. Recently, I've been approached by a festival in New York City that wants to show it, so they've asked us to submit it, and then there's some interest from the BBC in London that may want to do a documentary on the film and MarShawn's life, so we're having that conversation. I think that's all I had to say. Please enjoy the film. We're going to show it twice, so you'll have an opportunity. If it goes by, you can see it again. And thank you again for coming. This is great to see you all.